Okay. I'm trying! I'm trying! I'm trying! Is this any better? This thing is this thing working? I didn't hit any like buttons or anything, did I? I don't think I did. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay. I have no idea why it did that. I'm very sorry. Um So, they actually just updated this game, which is another reason why I wanted to play it, because we now have self-checkout counters, and, there's more customization options, although I'm still just supermarket. Animal Crossing has left. Good. Well, hello everyone. Sorry for weird mic issues. Um, I hope everyone's doing well. Hi Structor. Hi Corn. Hi Emerald. I disabled down. That means that would be pretty fun. But I have no idea what changed.
And these flies, when will they go away?
Man, these flies, when will they go away? Oh, I love it. My lobster has bananas. Yeah, that can't happen yet. They haven't added shoplifting as an option. So my store level is now officially max, which is cool. But I don't make a lot of money per day. The amount of money you need to grow is crazy. Look at this. To get the next section is $64,000. That's insane. And the biggest loan you can get is 5,000. That's like a day's worth of money. Like that's hardly anything. So, I've just taken to checking what's empty here on the shelves and then filling that up. I want people to shoplift. They should hire more cashiers. I have the max amount of cashiers. I have 4 identical twin brothers, all monitoring things. The loans had no. You're lying. Yeah, no. If you mean this just determines how long the loan is. So like you can make it shorter so you don't have as much interest to pay off. But is it like the Nurse Joy scenario? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Also, one weird thing that they changed in the update that I'm not a fan of. So, when I want to leave the computer to like check stock, it leaves the market tab, and that's frustrating for me. I was talking about you. I'm sure your cashiers are you. Yeah, they totally are. They totally are. Let's see what. Nurse Joy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Where they all have the same. Yeah. I never gave them a name, and they don't have name tags. So, I guess what should I call this guy? He looks like a James, you know? Like, hey James. Same as Officer. Yes, yeah. The cashier Tony. Yeah, I could see him being a Tony. Jerry. Jerry's pretty good. I don't know, the contours of his face. This is a very weird way to look at your employees. If you're an owner of a supermarket, do not get on top of the cashier and like look down at their facial structure. Yeah, I don't know. He He's something. Democratic Socialists of America unionized. Yeah, yeah. Well, they haven't reached the digital sphere yet. Assert dominance, but I can't T-pose. If I could T-pose, that would be one thing. I would T-pose right here. At, like, crotch level. Yeah, one of each. And then one peanut butter. Just imagine Shadow climbing on the cashier like yeah, I really am a gremlin when I play this game. Oh, you got Luigi's Mansion 2. I still need to get that game. It's hard for me to justify because I do have multiple copies on 3DS. So, like, it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'll definitely spend 60 for the Switch version, you know? But it is something I want. You gotta let me know what you think. Because I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 2 since it came out on the 3DS. Okay, we got... Okay, one milk and a candy. It is kind of frustrating that you can only order 10 at a time. I guess I understand, but it's like I just want to order. You know? Against buying games? No, it's not that. It's not about that. It's about the fact that it's $60. Who is this? It's the fact that I don't have a job and can't just spend $60 on a game that I already have on 3DS. Imagine that there was a grocery store near you that had a great selection, low price. The owner was the TikTok wizard. Oh, yeah. I admit I'm not like over the moon about the TikTok wizard like some people are. I would still shop there, but it would definitely be one of those, like, don't appreciate things. Let's play Scarescraper. Oh, yeah! Okay, so I don't need honey, but I do need 2 tuna. And... See, I wish there was, like, a clipboard or something that you could like go around and write down what you need. So like I need 1 honey cereal and I need like 2 light roast coffees. Do I need any? No. Okay, but I need an egg and a pasta. Egg, pasta. See, this is the trouble once your store gets so large. Like, you carry so much product that you have to constantly restock. Climbs on top and occasionally inspects their faces. I mean, again, I'd still shop there, but I wouldn't be happy about it, you know? One small sushi. And, okay. Still better than Vaughn's. So true. I only shop there. I'm not a big fan of the TikTok wizard just because I've been a cashier before, and people doing stupid things to get attention is just, ugh, you know. Like if he had the permission of everyone, that would be one thing. If he's just doing it to random places, that's when it's like, that ain't it. It's Trader Joe's, but it's Krabby Jim's. That's a great name. Yeah, what do you guys think I should name my supermarket? What do you think a good name for it would be? Okay, so I need rice. I need 2 sandwich breads. Okay. Yeah, Vaughn's, I'm pretty sure, is just West Coast. But, it's very, very prominent over here. But it's not that great. Okay, how many? I need 1, 2, 3, 4 bleaches for my eye sockets. 1 keg. And let's do 1 potato and 1 toilet paper. Potato, toilet paper. Clamoring Scots. Not Scott, Scott in Florida. As in Scott the Woz. Okay, so I need 2 more. 2, 3, 4. And 4 chickens. And 1 more potato. I didn't see that one up there. Yeah, the closest Vaughn's to me is in Wisconsin. It is all the way in Vegas, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I don't necessarily hate Vaughn's, but they do a lot of things that bother me. You know? All the Kroger stores are pretty similar, but have different names. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember, but I think there are some Kroger stores around here. Who's in Mel Brooks and Brave? Oh, okay. I have not seen, so I didn't know the reference. Do you guys like Scott the Woz? I like Scott the Woz. He's fun. When I do really get started with my YouTube channel, what are you lazy bums doing? Do you not see this? Do you not... Not one of you. Excuse me. Really? All 4 of you? Not one of you is gonna pick this up? Not one of you? Don't even acknowledge its existence? I'm pushing it through your legs. Fine, lazy bums. What do I pay you for? Oh, this is owned by Albertsons. Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that. I remember it because you told me. Okay, what am I paying you for? Seriously, if you're gonna sit around while there are still boxes waiting to be put on shelves, you need to get your shit together, all of you. This Kroger tried to merge with Albertsons, but the government blocked it. Yes, I think I remember hearing about that. Welcome in, ma'am. Thank you for being our first customer. What can I help you with today? What are you going to? Flour? Good choice. 3 flowers. Wow, big shopper over here. Oh. That was it? That was all you came in for? Boxing dudes, Mr. Bean. They kind of look like Mr. Bean a little bit. I don't know. They've got the like duck face, you know, the Imagine how high our grocery prices. Oh, I know. It would be brutal. You know, the Game Grumps just did a video on their second channel of, wow, that was it, huh? 2 olive oil and some coffee? They did a second channel where they did a blind taste test of, like, name brand versus store brand. And, I do have to say, I kind of agree with them that, like, store brands generally are pretty on par with the name brand stuff. From too much jaw, yeah. Also, I admit it is weird the way they line up for self-checkout. So, like, all the stores I've ever seen with self-checkout, they have a setup like this, but then there's, like, one person who directs them to whatever station's open. I thought they would do something similar, but I guess if you're making a game where you can place these anywhere individually, you kind of have to do it like this. Like, one store brand that I always love getting is Mountain Lightning. Really? I'm not sure I've seen that one. But then again, I also can't, like, drink sodas, so I don't pay much attention. There is a Keebler version of, Girl Scout cookies that, to me, taste, like, near identical to the Caramel Delights. Those are really good. Walmart. Oh, well, okay, that explains it too. I also don't really shop at Walmart much. I do hope in a future update they let you hire, like, more cashiers and more stalkers. Because I'm already struggling to fit everything, and I don't have nearly the amount of supplies. Often the store brands come from the same factory that makes the brand product. Yeah. You know, I've been meaning, I meant to do this when my New Zealand friend was here, but, like, we wanted to do taste tests of all the different Oreo varieties. No, not varieties, let me rephrase that. All the different, like, knockoff Oreos you could get. I'm willing to bet quite a few of them are better than Oreos. Did you know that Hydrox was actually the original Oreo? It became an Oreo knocked Hydrox off. I actually haven't, to be honest with you. I just know that, like, they were the original. I am a pretty big Oreo fiend, though. Speaking of Oreos, I have a couple of Java chip Oreos. Really? Are they good? I mean, Oreo has done some very strange flavors in the past. They did a blackout cake not too long ago, and those were really good. Very good? Oh, okay, that's good. My parents used to tell me stories of the Entenmann's blackout cakes, because, like, it was exclusively, like, a North American, or, like, Northeastern thing, because, like, I forget exactly why, but it was, like, they don't transport well, so, like, they couldn't be shipped very far, and my parents, one day, they said to their friends, like, if you see a cake, just buy it, and, like, we will pay you back. And, across the, like, whole, like, New York area, they got, like, 4. They recently sued Oreo because the grocery stalkers hiding Hydrox, hanging display. Really? I hadn't heard about that. That's surprising. I mean, it's surprising in the sense that, like, I hadn't heard it, not surprising in the sense that stores are doing that, you know?
We've got to have
Ah,
money.
Your laptop overheats, and that causes reduced performance, and lowers battery life.
thank you for the advice. What does this have to do with anything? I'm not on my laptop. And also, thank you for the bits. Hi, Will. I'm very, very unclear on the intended message here. Kanda. I'm not even on my laptop. This is my desktop. It's just... Why would it spontaneously combust? Kanda. So, a big reason why I've been playing this game a lot, too, is because I like to watch, like, anime and stuff while I'm playing it on the side. It's how I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and, I did watch this one anime that I had seen in, like, GIFs before, that people would use as, like, reaction images. I don't remember what it was called now, actually. But the main character girl had such a Valley Girl accent. It was hilarious. Oh my god, Batch? Like, seriously? Oh my god. It made me laugh. Oh my god. Very good question. Why do I blame Intel? That's fair. You know what? You don't even need to qualify it with exploding. You just... All you need to say is, like, I blame Intel. And there goes my Intel brand sponsorship opportunity. See, because, like, this game's so fun to just, like, just chill out to, have something on the side, you know? DN Angel? That doesn't... I think it was, like, my girlfriend is a gal or something. Something like that. And, like, she just had the most Valley Girl friggin' accent, and it made me laugh every time. Because I love making fun of that accent. HP Victus. I'm not very familiar with models, but I have had good experience with HP laptops. I would love to see Intel sponsor. They give you an i9. See, that's the trouble about sponsorships. Fun story. The last time I went to Twitch Los Angeles, they were sponsored by AMD, and it was super cool, and they auctioned off some CPUs, and I actually won one of the AMD CPUs.
Floppy. 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 Floppy.
No, they didn't. They didn't auction off a floppy drive. It was a CPU. I don't usually go for dubs though. I almost always go for dubs, and I know that that's heresy to most like weebs and whatever else, but like I think most dubs are good, and I vastly prefer my own language. Not that the original language is bad or anything, just, you know. I just prefer it. Star K tuna? Yeah, that's exactly, I think, the intention. Also, you hate to see everything go down in price first thing when you walk in on the morning. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So AMD sponsored the Twitch Los Angeles meetup, which was super cool. I won an AMD Ryzen, I want to say it was like a 5700G. I think that was what it was, which is a very good CPU. I'm not dissing that, but a CPU on its own is not a very exciting like prize or sponsorship thing unless you already have a build that can accept it. Cause like I didn't have a PC that could utilize it. So I was like, well, then it's just a box, you know. If you are to make that work. Yeah, well, that's the thing, and that's why, like, if Intel reached out to me, or if any PC company reached out to me, like, I would be like, we can make this work, but you would need to, like, if you're enticing me with parts, it would need to be, like, a whole system. Or at least enough of the system that I won't have to, like, basically just buy a new PC. Even if you have a PC, you might need a new motherboard. Yeah, so that's why, like, would it be cool if Intel sponsored me? Sure. I mean, but also, if they gave me a CPU, it would be like, hey, I have this box now that does nothing because I don't have an Intel, motherboard that can support it, or PSU that can support it, and it would get bottlenecked by my GPU anyway, so it wouldn't even be that amazing if I inserted it. Like, that's why I'm always hesitant about the concept of, like, oh, here's a brand new CPU. It's like, that's not helpful. Anyway. Yeah, sorry. Weird rant over. I didn't mean to go off on potential sponsors. I just, maybe Qualcomm could sponsor you, give you a that would be super cool. I would be so down. The trouble is, I'm not a very social person in general. So, like, even the concept of reaching out to a brand is hard. Because, like, I just don't like talking. And, like, they're gonna look at my numbers and be like, you are so small, it is not worth talking to you. Like, the only sponsorships I'm ever eligible for are those, like, hey, get 50 people to download our mobile game. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Hey! Good luck, Structor. I'm sure you'll do fine, but still, good luck. Apparently I wanted to do the interview this week, but the emails got lost. Really? Well, still, I hope it goes well. I believe in you. Actually, I mean, I've said it before, but, like, school is starting for me this upcoming Monday, which means my stream schedule is gonna get put on the, not the back burner, necessarily, but, like, it's gonna get it's gonna get deprioritized. How about that? So, good luck, Struck. Yeah, may you be struck with luck. Tor. Oh, you know what? Since Will is here and my stalkers can do the work while I'm just sitting here doing nothing, I can show off. I am so excited. HeroScape is back! Here is the pre-order Sergeant Drake figure that was the pre-order bonus for the HeroScape Battle Box. Oh, this is the Battle for the Wellspring, and I get exclusive Wellspring tiles. And this is the, like, painted edition, too, because I know painting your figures is a big thing, but, like, I'm not into it. I definitely heard some of my stalkers. God damn, I know, it's so beautiful. HeroScape is back. It is so surreal holding brand new HeroScape in, like, 2024. The Wellspring tiles are also really beautiful. They're water tiles, but, like, they're like, sparkly. It's like the sparkly water tiles, but, like, just translucent white. It's really cool. Getting stalkers to... You're absolutely right, Structor. And what is this? This is a board game that I've been playing with my friends for many, many years, and I go to tournaments for. They just revived the series. So it got discontinued after, like... it got discontinued, like, 14 years ago. And it's finally back, and I'm very happy. Ironically enough... excuse me. Ironically enough, the owners of the IP are Hasbro. So, yeah. We add a quote. Exclamation mark, add quote, and then whatever. Whatever the quote is. Yeah, that's awesome. And you get... Yes! I get my Morrow pirate. We come to our September tournament. I'm thinking no, only because I'm really worried that school is gonna be, like, really intense. I don't know yet, but I'm erring on the side of safety. But we'll see. It would be pretty cool to enter the tournament with the new figures. Stalkers can do the work, yeah. Are you taking a bunch of classes? Yeah, I'm taking oh gosh. Well, so the thing is, I'm also I've been done with general ed, so everything that that I have left to do is in my major, and I've been I've been, how do I put this? Struggling, I guess, for lack of a better term. I've had some road bumps with my major, so like I want to ensure that I really, because this could be my final semester. The evil class. I mean, you write joking, but it's kind of not joke. It's kind of true. Also, one cool thing they added in the new update here is that you can have speakers. Oh, category sign. Interesting. Is it worth $1,000? Probably not. But I'm doing it anyway. The new figures may not be eligible since they're floating masters. Oh, you know what? You're right. Well, what about the new master set? That's a master set. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. My major classes are were more evil. Those English classes were the worst. Yeah, I've found, and this could be totally just anecdotal, but I've found that a lot of the like gen ed classes go easier on like the workload because they know that, you know, people of all sorts of majors and stuff will be taking it, so like they don't go as hard as like English as an example. Like they know not everyone who takes that class is going to be an English major, so like they don't pile it on like they would if they did know. Okay, 6, 2, 3. Okay. 1 little second. You gotta love instantaneous shipping. Back to work. Okay, have good day at work. I'll talk to you later. I'm glad you got to witness. You know, honestly, sorry, before you go, I was thinking I kind of want to open the box with all of us together. Because I feel like that's the most appropriate, you know? I remember part of the reason I didn't go to the same college as my brother was because he had to take weird general eds. Like I said, oh, really? That would definitely be a huge turnoff for me. It's like me wanting to do Catan tourneys. Like I could play Catan all the time. Yeah, you know what? I had fun. I don't own Catan, but I have played it before. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, this game was pretty niche. And I was surprised there was a community at all for it. Hold on, 4, 4, 3, 1. Okay. I was surprised there was a community at all. But yeah. Sorry, I'm. It's hard to remember what to order. And talk. It's like saying those least messy bowel movement. I only vaguely remember that as a quote. So I thought, if those are the good ones, then what are the other ones like? Yeah. My college, it's funny, it has a reputation for, you know, being a really good one, but I have had a very hit and miss experience with it. You know, obviously I'm not gonna call it out on stream or anything, but it's given me a lot more trouble than you would think. Sounds great. I'm curious about a few figures in your bigger set mechanically. A potential synergy with PC hero that could make for a solid cleanup squad. Yeah, oh yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, I want to you know, have everyone join me for the, or not, you know, our group. It just feels right, you know. But yeah, have a good day at work. Yeah, I've played HeroScape a couple of times on this channel. It's tough because it's not the sort of game that I think streams particularly well. Everyone okay? That would be... I would love to host, like, ShadowCon or something like that. I obviously, I doubt I could call myself that, but, like... You know, Super Shadow 271. Stream Bonanza. That is a dream of mine. I think I live in person... Shamed... I think live in-person game are great stream content, not so much TTS. Yeah, well, that's... I mean, that's kind of the trouble. TTS would be... the main way to do it. How a 4-year degree requires a bunch of general eds, which would be fine, but every job requires a 4-year degree. Yeah, it's frustrating for me because, I mean, I don't want to get too into it, because obviously it's personal, but, it's frustrating for me because, like, you know, I've had, like, even in high school, I've had conversations with a lot of people who go like, oh, thank God I don't have to do math anymore. And it's frustrating for me, because it's like, they always make you take, like, English, you know, as a class. So it's, like, frustrating that it's like, I don't get to be like, oh, thank God I don't have to do any more English classes. You know? I don't know if I'm making myself very clear, but that always frustrated me. And I get that not everyone's, like, attuned to math, but it's just... Not everyone's attuned to English either, but you make people go through that. You know? Yeah, English has to be so time-consuming. Yeah. And to tell you the truth, I do think it's important. Like, the H-Bomber Guy video on plagiarism really, opened my eyes to how people really treat that sort of subject matter, which is important to learn in those classes, but, like, it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to describe. And then get powdered, some butter. Okay. So one more fries, one more pizza. Okay. That was something about really cool about it. You mentioned that if it wasn't valuable, it wouldn't be stealing. Yes, yeah. Well, also, I think his video did a good job illustrating that, like, it's really not a harmless crime either. Because I think a lot of people who don't take writing and credit seriously often, like, you know, are like, well, who cares? You know, it's not that bad. even though it does have very serious implications. I don't know why people seem to downplay how valuable creative work is. Yeah, I think, and this could be way off base, but I think part of it is that, you know, have you ever seen like a movie or a video or something where there's like, it's like a modern art museum and it's people stroking their chins at like a giant canvas with like 3 paint strokes on it? You know, I think that's how a lot of people view like traditional art, and they don't respect that. Even though it's not really the case, you know, in the grand scheme of things. They just see those fringe cases and think like, oh, that's what it's like, you know? At least that's my theory. I'm not trying to say that, like, I'm definitely right. It's just, I think people often just think, like, it's just, if beauty's in the eye of the beholder, then, you know, anything can be beautiful, and therefore it's not really that impressive a skill, you know? And I know this could come off very pretentious, so I'm not trying to, like, you know, be that way, but just, I think sometimes, very oftentimes in, like, content creation, like streaming and video making and stuff, I think people look at it and go like, I could do that, that's easy, that's like nothing, you know? And then they try it, and it's like, it's way harder than you would think. So they give up on it quickly. Okay, 4, and then, okay. And I'm, you know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, streaming is the most difficult job in the world. I'm not trying to be that way. I'm just saying, like, I think it does take a bigger toll than most people would give credit for. So I think they look at it and be like, I could do that, that's easy. You know? It feels like Sour Grapes. People hate artists because they don't believe they could be creative themselves. Sort of. I think... How do I put this? Sorry, this is going to be hard for me to explain. But, like, I think we're taught at a very young age that, like, oh, everyone can be creative, and, like, you know, creativity is important for humanity and all that, and, like, it's true, but also I think that gives people the impression that, like, oh, well, I could do that, like, you know, even though it's not the same, it's not an equivalent level, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but... Why is this water here? Oh. Oh, I messed up. So many people say they can't draw. I don't even know what it looks like when someone can draw. So, I'm kind of in that group. Like, I've taken art classes, I have tried drawing for a very long time, and it's just not something that really gels with my brain. But it's not the sort of thing that, like, I would be like, oh, pff, I could draw. You know? I don't know if I'm making myself very clear, but I don't know. Is this too ranty? I'm sorry if this is too ranty. I wasn't trying to, like, get on a soapbox. It's just... Yeah. Oh wait, oh, before I start the day, what does the music player actually do? Ooh. Hell yeah, we've got some easy listening while we, welcome customers in. We're open! We're open! Do you want to come into the store? Please tell me you're coming to the store. I think you're coming to the store, yes. Oh yeah, Everfree. Oh yes, yeah. I wish I could be there too. Pixel went there. And I'm jealous. There are a lot of things that I wish I could go to, but just I can't. Oh my gosh, Catcall! Hey, it's good to see you again. I will hydrate, and I appreciate you too. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the smooth jazz. It is such a cool location too. There's this bistro that have an awesome green chile burger nearby. Oh, sounds delicious. Yeah, how have you been? I hope you're doing okay. You catch me at an interesting time, because this is one of the last streams that I'll, you know, be doing before I'm, like, in school and won't be able to stream really consistently, you know? But my day's going really well. We took Beef to the vet. Beef is my cat, if you didn't know. Beef is a good boy. He meowed, but he was good. The vet was happy to see him, because the vet loves him. I'm sure they have a good plain cheeseburger. You know, funny story, I actually can't do cheeseburgers. Or, well, okay, I have learned to be able to eat them, but I don't prefer them. But yeah, Beef was a very good boy, and I'm happy. Good to hear. Yeah. Yeah, I hope your day's going well too. Yeah, I showed it off a little earlier on stream, but I also just recently got in the new Heroescape sets that released, and I'm excited for that because I'm a fan of Heroescape. So I'm happy it's back after all these years. Just being lazy. Hey, that's always a good thing to me. Like, any day where you get to just relax is appreciated. Oh, interesting. I thought it was gonna just repeat whatever music, but it actually just cycles through all the different songs. There's still nothing worse than when I worked at Target, because Target doesn't play music throughout the store, but they have in their, like, movie section, they have a bunch of, like, or they used to. I guess I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to have like a TV that showed that, you know, had like a speaker and it would tell you all about all the recent releases and things. And while I was working there, there was a Garth Brooks album that had just released. Or was it Garth Brooks? No, it was some other country music star. And I don't like country music. So, it was already grating enough. But the song itself was so dumb. I think my brain was torturing me. Because every time it would come on, my brain would be like, oh, there it is again. And it sucked. Working in stores that have the same things on repeat constantly is brutal. Also, the hotel restaurant had a good French dip sandwich. Ooh, I love French dip sandwiches. Oh god, I didn't have lunch, and all this talk is probably gonna make me hungry. But you know what? We have kolaches. I don't know if anybody has ever had kolaches. They are so good. They are delicious. And I would eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if they were easier to get. Spicy chicken burger. Oh, yes. Oh, sounds good. I'm getting hungry. Went to the Cat Cafe in Seattle too. That was fun, although almost got bit. Oh, naughty. Wait, why do I keep... These shelves don't need refilling. I need the honey. That's what I need. Yeah, I've never been to a cat cafe. I'm pretty sure there are some around here, but I've just never been. Besides, I've got Beef, who I love dearly. Excuse me. Wait, buy one more tuna so I can throw out this box. I love how different cats have different personalities. There's one cat who just started licking my hand. Oh, that's adorable. Can I have the tuna? I mean, you have to pay, but you could. Kanda. Apparently my hand tastes good. You know, it's funny, Beef actually licks my hand a lot. And I never know if it's because he thinks that, like, I'm dirty and need grooming, or if he thinks my hand tastes good, or he's just trying to show me affection. But I'm a cat, I don't want to pay. You're absolutely right, I'm sorry. Here, you can have the tuna. Here you go. When you jump over those bars above the steps, I keep thinking you'll impale yourself. I know. I don't know why. I have this weird obsession with jumping on these and using them to jump on top of this. I actually really, and I doubt they'll do it, I really wish they would let you hop onto, like, this air conditioning unit, and then you could, like, reach the fire escape here, and you could, like, go up and there'd be a secret up there. That would be fun, although I don't think they'd do that. That's an occupational hazard. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta risk it. Honey and sushi. Sushi. Cool. But yeah, one of the things they promised, because this game's still in early access, one of the things they've promised is to have, like, a bigger explorable city. Because, like, right now, I'm gonna take you all on a tour of the city. It's like, it just kind of, like, ends right here, and you can walk around. They actually have a surprisingly large city to look at. But there's nothing to do in it. And my restock crew is hard at work for me, so I don't even have to be there. This is my city, you gotta pay the cat tax. Oh, man. The cat tax. What's the cat tax? They did promise that there would be, like, an outdoor market or something. I have to wonder if it's going to be, like, right here or in the park around there. Or if they're just going to expand the city. Isn't it so lovely? And here's my supermarket. Let's give a new box for me to now. Oh, I see. Okay. I think that's manageable. I'm gonna turn down the music just a tad. I don't know why this music... Like, I feel like I'm at, like, a nightclub. It's just like a calm, rainy after, you know, after work thing. Is how y'all doing tonight? Good, yeah. Feel free to take a load off and, you know. Important question, Shadow. Do you think we'll get a Skibidi Toilet movie before GTA 6? I'm gonna say no. I think they announced the Skibidi Toilet movie, like, probably way too early. So I don't think they have a lot of work on it yet. So I think there will be enough time for GTA 6 to launch before it comes out. Although, I don't know. Maybe also GTA 6 has been delayed so many times that, like, who knows? Maybe another one's coming. It's coming out tomorrow. Oh, man. You know, it's funny. I've never been a big GTA fan. Part of it's because I grew up on Nintendo systems, and GTA was not on Nintendo. Or at least not until, like, the DS. But, Yeah, it just kind of passed me by. I did play GTA 4 at a friend's house, and it was fun to, like, gun down random people on the street. But, like, I was never as enthralled with it as some people were, you know? Plot twist, they're making the movie with SFM. That would be a movie with a budget of less than $10, yeah. I would be very curious, like, if they did decide to make it an SFM. Like, they would have to pay Valve quite a lot, I'd assume. Or they'd have to, you know, pay for, like, new model work. Kidding, it's Michael Bay. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure they confirmed it was live action. Didn't they? I feel like they said that. I actually just saw a video, like, on my Twitter feed that was, like, a play or whatever that was being held that was Skibidi Toilet themed. I was like, my god, it's amazing how the kids of today get all their hyperfixations satisfied that way. Like, if they had made a, you know, Super Mario Bros. Z play, I would have lost my mind as a kid. But, you know. Far off from where we're going. We're making films with Unreal Engine 5, yeah. True, but... well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they confirmed it was live action. Can you imagine if they did, like, a play or, like, a, you know, event for, Nyan Cat or whatever? Like, some really old meme back in the day? People would have lost their minds. This is kind of unrelated, but I think it's interesting that making a film with UE5 is not too many steps from making Mission Impossible SFM. Yeah! Yeah, it really is starting to blur the line between, like, you know, hobbyist and, like, production video editing. My sister actually told me she went to a theater because someone made a movie that was like a compilation of cat videos, and it's like 90 you know, 90 minutes of, like, or however long, I don't remember, but, like, they just played the cat videos back to back. I was like, you know what, honestly, I could see that working for certain niches. Open Blender. I have no idea what I'm doing. Aw. I really need to start learning Blender more. I started. I can kind of use it because, like, I already had experience with Maya, but I'm nowhere near proficient enough to make anything interesting. Because I would really love to make my own, like, custom VR chat avatar and, like, you know, SFM model and stuff. Like, it would be cool. My aka Emerald's cat. Yes. Exactly. Maya taught me about 3D modeling by meowing at me. Just found out how to make a box bigger. I'm getting stronger. Yeah, hey, I applaud you for learning, because sometimes even stuff like that can get difficult. I remember while I was learning Maya, I downloaded Blender to see how different it was, and at the time Blender was very different, and I couldn't figure out how to do anything. It was really intimidating. So even if you are joking about like, oh, I can make a box bigger, like, that's still a step. That's still progress. Or progress, as me and my friends learned. Because we were playing Afterfall Insanity, and it at one point asks you to save your progress. Such calm, chill music on a nice day on twitch.tv/SuperShadow271. I think this is going to be kind of the vibe of my streams for a while. I mean, well, obviously, I'm playing it by ear, so I'm not, like, heart set on it, but, like, I don't want to have things hanging over me. So I'm probably going to play a fair amount of games where it's, like, not so story-heavy. Very pleasant music. Also, I am still gonna be doing September. That's still gonna be a thing. So, I do look forward to that. What's your favorite game you played this year? Ooh, that's a good question. I've played a lot of games this year, to be honest. I really would have to think about that. God, I don't even remember everything I've played. I mean, I just beat the Paper Mario remake, and I'm very happy for that. I don't know if that counts. Yeah, you know, I haven't really been playing a lot of modern games as of late. I would count that? Oh, okay. Well then, that was good. I'd have to actually go back, like, through my streams to see what games I played, because I honestly don't even really remember. I played Fallout New Vegas this year. That was also quite good. I'm not as enthusiastic as others are, but I thought it was good. I know there's a lot of talk right now about, what was it, Black Myth Wukong? Vegas is fun, besides being... Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a buggy game, but it was fun. It was definitely an improvement over 3. But also, I'm not the way some people are, where it's like, it's the greatest game ever made. I was like, it's good. It's, you know... It's a good game, and considering the circumstances, it's impressive they got it out. It was incredible because I jumped in the air when the game auto-saved. Really? That's funny. I didn't think that would cause a crash loop. Oh, I did spend nearly an entire stream trying to get New Vegas to work, but it refused to work on stream. Of course, after stream, I booted it up and it loaded no problem, so I think it was just performance anxiety. I was stuck in it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Cola, milk,
But I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
That actually scared me. Sorry. I just had to simply go back to the last save. I was clear to go. I did. Yeah, understandable. And also, hi Satsu, it's good to see you. But I'm not done yet. You know what? Thank you for the jump scare. I'm sure my heart is very happy that I am getting jump scared like that. But also, Satsu, I don't know if you saw, because I know you pre-ordered the collector's edition of Sonic and Shadow Generations, but it is also eligible for the pre-order stuff, so you get like the adventure skin. We're a lot this month, but how to get out of ordering next month. Yeah, so I follow the founder, one of the founders, well, both founders technically, but of Limited Run, and they tweeted out about how their CE for PS4 is the only time, presumably, that the physical version of the PS4 version will be printed. So that is interesting to note. I had a friend say that it was shitty of him to say that, but honestly, I disagree. I think it's cool to note, because it makes it helps make an informed purchase. At least in my eyes. I mean, he was saying like, oh, this is clearly preying on FOMO, and I guess in some way it kind of is, but... I don't know. Since I am a Sonic collector, I do want the physical PS4 version. I want Gerald's Diary, yes, of course. Yeah. Although you got the PC version, right? I don't remember. I think that one is just a code, right? Like, it doesn't have a physical game with it. It is sad to me that the original Generations is getting delisted. And I know that, like, you could still technically get it, but, like... I don't know. I'm gonna order the PC one separate eventually. Getting a Steam Deck. Oh, hell yeah. Are you getting the OLED or just the regular?
It looks like filming Mexico, and it doesn't look like Mexico.
So true. It looks like fucking Mexico, and it doesn't look like Mexico. Hi, Kelsey, it's good to see you. And OLED, nice. Yeah, I mean, like, if nothing else. Why are you booing? What did I say? And or do? Oh, what the? Okay, one sandwich bread. Okay.
It is bad.
It is Bane. So true. You said hello. Okay, bleach and 2. And then 2. These are the kegs. Okay. 2 kegs. Keg party! Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for it as well. I like that statue of Sonic and Shadow on top of a Dreamcast. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you counterbalancing booing and cheering. But yeah, that statue alone makes me incredibly happy. And I'm surprised, because the latest trailer showed Metal Overlord, which I did not expect them to ever reference again. 3, 3, 3. Okay. But yeah, hi, how are you doing, Kelsey? It's good to see you. No idea what to do in Blender? I mean, in what sense? Like, you don't have any inspiration for things to make? Or, like, you don't know how to do a specific thing? I always have trouble finding tutorials that are my skill level when it comes to Blender, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm just so good. I mean, like, I already know the really basic stuff, So it's frustrating when I find a tutorial that's like, this is a box. Click on, click on the thing to scale it, and it's like, I know, I can do that. Like, what I want to know is, like, when people actually model, like, something, is it that they just take one cube and, like, mangle it a bunch, or do they add in other shapes and, like, morph it together? I don't know that kind of stuff. Both because it's my first time using it. That's understandable. I think it's important to have a goal. Like for me, using Blender, I want to learn how to make VRChat avatars. So, like, at some point, I want that. Click the box. Where's the box? I can't find. Well, no, I can generally find things, but I just don't know if it's better to, like, do you just extrude one box until you have the shape that you want? Or do you, like, take multiple shapes and fuse them together? And hi, Comic, it's good to see you. Hi, how are you? I notice you. You have been noticed. Hi. Sorry, my brain got caught on Blender. Hooked on Blender. The new Hooked on Phonics. Same here, I want to try and learn how to make VR for myself. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly same. And, like, because I learned Maya already, I roughly know, like, a lot of the basics, but it's like, I don't know how you would actually go about things. You know, when you make a model that's more than just a simple shape, like, how do you, do you do it vertex by vertex? Like, I don't know. Interesting game. Yeah, it's a calm game. I admit, I'm kind of a sucker for games that are, like, just simple work sims. Because I just find it zen, and you can chill out, and you can, like, have something going off on the side, and, something to do with your hands, and the feeling of progress is always the big draw. What are you doing? I'm just kind of keeping track of things right now. Just seeing, because eventually, once enough people buy stuff, I'll need to restock the shelves. So I'm just waiting for people to buy stuff. I think I need to try and make a circle. Oh, good luck! Let me know how that goes. But yeah, I just wish there was a tutorial where it's like, look, if you're trying to make, something like this, you'll want to start with, like, a simple shape and then extrude it out, or, like, create all the shapes that you'll need and then modify them and then put them together this way. Like, that would be helpful for me. Or if there was just someone who was willing to, like, look over my shoulder and be like, I start doing my thing, and then they could be like, no, you should do it this way. Being paid. Oh yes, yeah. It's good to see you, Kat. I did beat Paper Mario. It's so nice to get it off of my checklist, because I played it as a kid and got stuck on the final boss, and it just hung over me that I never technically beat the game. So it's nice that I finally can say I beat it. But it's good to see you, Kat. How are you doing? Aw. See, See, part of why I want to make my own VR chat avatar is so I can make my OC in the VR space. Nobody is allowed to die before they... Oh my god. That'd be funny. I feel like that's a rule Groovy would set up if he started like a dictatorship. You know, it's like the Groovy commandments. Good thing I got... Yeah! Yeah, and you gotta let me know what you think about it, because I would be very curious to hear. Because I'm kind of biased in that I already had played it, and I'm a Nintendo fan, so like I already knew. This game seems hectic, but its fittings... Yeah. I actually used to work at Target as a cashier and as an electronics worker, so like I know how this goes. And this game is clearly like early access. Like it does not have all the features they want. To truly make the experience, they would need to have some sort of like supermarket credit card that you have to force all of your cashiers to push, you know? By the way, it's Groovy. Yes, it is Groovy's birthday today. I was gonna say it when he actually showed up in here, but it is. The other strain on his current Target worker. Oh, really? My condolences. No, I'll be honest with you. I think it's better than a lot of places, but it's got its rough edges. I was a stalker for a short time. Oh, really? Yeah. You know, if I started a dictatorship, one of the rules would be that everybody has to work retail at some point. So that way everyone can treat them better. Because they get treated like garbage. Better than the newspaper. Oh, really? Ooh. I won't, like, force you to say or anything, but it's hard for me to imagine a newspaper being a bad place to work for. Although, I guess it makes sense, but just, you know. Do a Doctor Doom? I don't know much about Doctor Doom. Is that something he actually did? Because if so, he has my respect. It was a tiny newspaper. Well, I mean, still. I don't know. I guess you could say I'm sheltered. 'Cause it's hard for me to imagine how bad of a workplace it could be. Yeah. I think it's a good rule, because it feels like everyone who has worked retail knows just how awful it is, and so, like, treats people with respect. The Daily Bugle. You're getting photos of Spider-Man. I swapped in a sphere on accident. Swapped in a sphere? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I hope you never meet as my former boss. Oh man. I know there are some truly horrible bosses in the world, but oh gosh, I am sorry you had to deal with something like that. Oh, Spawn. Okay. That's a little more clear then. In the box factory? Yeah, it's a defect box. They're happy with the finished product, which makes me happy. That's, oh wait, hold on. I was just helping someone with their Discord server there. Oh, that's good. I've helped, a couple Discord servers before. But, being as antisocial as I am, it's hard for me to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, make a good one, because I feel like all the ones I take part in are not very active. think you can agree the hardest part about running a Discord is actually getting started. Yeah, honestly, I agree. I'm very lucky that I haven't had too much, like, drama. Like, I've had a couple of instances, but nothing, like, there are some people who just have the craziest stuff happen.
Got to have
Oh my gosh. Thank you for 34 bits. Oh my gosh, thank you, Comic. I appreciate it. I do want you to know you don't have to donate bits if you don't want to. I appreciate them, but you don't have to. Yeah, it is an intimidating process. Because there's a lot of little things that you have to do. It's like, it's tedious, you know? Yes, it's the new box. Yeah, funny story, as I, have probably said on stream before, but, I left Target because I had my life threatened twice, and that was about my limit. Olive oil and pepper. Two. And where's the pepper? It didn't even... I'll raise it 5 cents. That's twice too many. Yeah, thankfully nothing really did happen, but like the first time there was a customer who was a troublemaker, to say the least. He was clearly someone who was not who needed more help than a Target could provide. And he always came in to use our laptops like his personal laptops. So like I kind of resented him because that was when I was working electronics. So like, you know, you just have this guy using his laptop for personal use, which is not good. More help than Target can provide. Yeah, I'm trying to be diplomatic about it because I'm not trying to call somebody out specifically, being like, they need to go to, you know, wherever. Like, it's just... There was clearly something that was going on. I do love how... Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to be not too harsh, you know? Oh yeah, Power Wash Simulator is a lot of fun. I feel like there's another simulator that I played a lot of, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. It was so nice, I loved it. But yeah, this guy was clearly not not in the right place. So he was already causing problems, and he had apparently already stolen from the store before, so, like, I didn't even know that until afterwards, but, one day, like, I was walking down the aisles, and they always teach you at Target, like, oh, you know, if somebody approaches you, like, offer to help, and, you know, be friendly. So, in my peripheral vision, I see someone coming up to me, so I start off with my usual, like, hi, do you need help with anything? And, as soon as I turned and realized who I was talking to, it was him, and he goes like, no, but you can go fuck yourself, and like, he starts going off on me about how I'm gonna disappear, and like, clearly you and Target are like conspiring against me or whatever, and it was really scary, to the point that I genuinely radioed security and was like, I feel unsafe, and they had me run to the back room, and then they were like, okay, he's gone. Like, he left the store now. And I was like, that's not... Like, they didn't do anything. Like, they didn't even ask him to leave. He had just left on his own. We can target it. Yeah, I think I will, try and be fair about it and say that, like, to my understanding, a lot of other targets wouldn't have put up with it. I think it was just my target that had weak leadership. Played a lot of... Oh, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator is fun, yes. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, especially if you download a lot of mods. Because you get to see all sorts of crazy things. Yeah, people are really wild. So this guy, like... He did that, and then they didn't do anything about it. Like, they didn't ask him to leave. He just left on his own, so that way he was just free to come in all he felt like afterwards. So, like, of course, I still felt really unsafe around him. Because, like, when somebody threatens you like that, you're not, you're not like, oh, but that was yesterday. That's something that kind of sticks with you. So I was never comfortable, but they also started to get mad at me for complaining about it. So, like, they... For a while, they were just, like, dismissive. And did he ever come back? So, funny story... Well, he did come back. He did come back several times, and I started to... I got some advice, and my parents were like, you should make a diary of, like, all the events, so that way, like, if anything does happen, you have, like, a whole list of the events. And, yeah, I've heard Euro Truck Simulator's good. I haven't played it myself, so I don't know. Yes, it is. I appreciated it, and I definitely did make the diary. But as it turns out, there was one day where I went into work, and, like, I got back from break, and my management came up to me, and they were like, did you call the police on this person? And I was like, no, I didn't even know he was here. As it turns out, he was looking up some not safe for work things on our laptops, and some customer called the cops on him. And so, yeah, it was gross, but it was the sort of thing where it's like, what did you expect? He had already disturbed the peace by playing, like, really loud, kind of offensive music. So, like, anybody who looked at that scenario could have known that he was going to continue being a problem. I'd hate to be forced to see that. Yes, oh, I know. That's the thing. I'm glad someone called the cops on him, because, that's the sort of thing that needed to happen for my target to actually do anything. I think he got banned afterwards. Is Dad doing it? Yeah. No, my target was really weird about, like, oh, we like, they were really concerned about, like, reviews. Which blows my mind, because, like, I don't know anybody that looks at reviews before going to Target, but they were like, we don't want them to leave a review, and, it's more important to have people, like, come back and have a good experience, even if they were the ones in the wrong. So yeah, the saga of that guy kinda ended there. I think they banned him. Well, I don't think anyone... Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think anybody does, but for whatever reason, my management at the time, who, to my understanding, has left. I stayed in contact with a few people afterwards, and I think they told me eventually that, like, the security team and other management changed, so, like, they're probably much better about it now. But just at the time, they refused to do anything. So already I was like, so they refused to, protect me, even when he explicitly was like, I'm gonna make you disappear. Like, that was annoying, but I was kind of just like, okay, now that one guy is gone, things should be okay. But then, there's just some strange priorities. It really is. Okay, yeah, and I'm glad I'm out of the situation now, too. kind of curious about your monitor setup because you're playing. Well, yes. So I have a weird setup, to be honest. I have a 2-monitor setup. There's a vertical monitor right here, like you can kind of see the edge of it right here. So I have this with my OBS loaded onto it, so like I can see chat right now just whenever I look a little bit to the right. And then I have like the main game on my regular monitor, which is right underneath my webcam, so like right, you know, under where I was pointing. And yeah, and I try and make a habit of being very responsive, so like I look over at chat every couple of seconds to make sure I've caught up on all the messages. Because that's just a weird thing of mine. So we are vertical. I mean, yes. It doesn't. I mean, technically Twitch displays you guys as vertical anyway, so it doesn't really change anything, but diagonal. Yeah. The other time I got my life threatened at Target, though, was because, like, especially that Target had a problem with resellers and scalpers and scammers. So there was this one person who, this woman, I mean, again, not to not to sound mean or anything, but like you could tell from a single look that like she was not in her right state of mind. And your life friend sounds like, yeah, it really is. And so this woman, like, she had a pink, like, baseball cap on and like a pink jacket, and she had like these like gray sweatpants on, and there was a chihuahua that was like, initially I thought it was in like the little pouch of the hoodie, but my coworkers afterwards were like, no, that chihuahua's like in her pants, which makes it all the weirder. But she comes up to me because I'm working electronics, and electronics is where the like collectors section is, and she comes up to me and she says, I'm looking for a particular item, and she shows me a picture of someone holding one of our Target, you know, scanners with an item on it. And that's already a kind of a red flag for me, because most customers don't really know that stuff that well. But when I looked in our system, we had it in stock, and even though it wasn't street dated, it wasn't set to be put out yet. Like, it's just something we had in stock. And our policy at the time, which was just something that they kind of just, management was just kind of like, yeah, okay, let's do this, was like, you know, for collector stuff, like, sell them one. And so I informed her of that, and she got really mad about it. And I mean, like really upset. So I, you know, yeah. And the thing was, like, I don't think it's fair that a scalper can come in, because she said she had driven like 100 miles to make it to our Target, so that way she could get this thing. Or the possibility, even, yeah. Scalpers are really, because I mean, it's their business. They quite literally, you know, need to take advantage of things in order to make their business work. But yeah, so she gets really upset with me, and then she goes, fine, but can I see the boxes so I can, you know, take which one I want? Which, of course, is a classic, like, scalper thing, because you don't want to buy damaged stock, you want to buy the, like, pristine stock that'll sell the most to collectors. And I go, okay, fine. And I I spend some time. Oh, I forgot to mention, the woman also had like a rash on like half of her face. I don't know what specific rash, but it factors into the story because while I was in the back looking for these things, apparently she started like she was like wiping her face and like wiping her hand on her face and washing, or wiping her rash onto our countertops, and our Target mobile, the cell phone people were there, and she was saying how she had like some disease and she was going to infect and kill me for limiting her. Thank you, Comic, for the hydrate. So, and remember, this is before the pandemic, so like, even before then, going like, I have some disease and I'm gonna spread it to Alex and kill him, is just wild. And so that's when Mobile called for like a manager to come over. And I appreciate you too, Kat. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the rash was. To be honest with you, I don't think it was really lethal, but still the fact that she was like trying to spread something with the intent of killing someone, that is a crime. Doubt it, but it was, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't think it really would have done much, but just the fact that she was convinced and was trying it is enough. So, as soon as I come back with the boxes from the back room, and I had no idea any of this was going on. So, like, I present her with the boxes. She, like, dismissively, like, grabs the best one and then starts going how I'm gonna call corporate and get Alex fired. The mobile person then informed us about what she was doing, and so we wiped down all of our countertops and stuff, and we, like, washed our hands and all that. And that was basically it. I saw one of the security people walking around, so I called him over and I told him what happened, and his response was quite literally, huh. And that was it. That was it. That was all I got. Like, yeah. I was like, they don't have my back, and I've had my life threatened twice now. So, I left, and also, it worked out because, like, they were cutting hours and making big changes, so, like, it wouldn't have been that great of a job to continue anyway. But, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it was, infuriating, because I was, like, waiting for them to say something else, like, huh, okay, well, I guess we'll ban them, or something. But they just never did. So at that point, I was like, I'm gone. Yeah. And I mean, I still think it was one of the better retail jobs you could probably get. So, because, like, otherwise it was a pretty nice job. Like, they were decently flexible with me and stuff. It's also partially because they knew I was a good employee, so, like, I wasn't really trying to, like, make their lives harder. Ooh, sell things for twice the price. Yeah. Oh yeah, scalpers are really, really awful. That Target had a big problem with it. I don't know if they still do, but when I worked there, oh my god, it was awful. I'll make their life. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was, oh, probably better than shot, maybe. I saw a guy who went to the Pokemon Hawaii thing, bought all the items in bulk, leaving very... That's... Oh... That's so... Ugh, that's so shitty. That kind of stuff really upsets me. Well, I did work at... Oh, did you? Was it not a good experience? Also, I do remember when I was working at Target, like, they hired this one girl who very clearly, like, was not into the job at all. And that in itself is fine. Like, you don't necessarily have to be super passionate about every job, but, like, you know, my managers were like, hey, she's new, teacher, you know, how to do things. So I was like, okay, here's how you do this, here's how you do this. And she cuts me off, not in front of the management, of course, but, like, she cut me off in the middle of explaining, like, okay, here are the keys, you know, you'll use it to take care of this. And, like, she cut me off to go, like, are you a good employee? And I was like, I'm not, you know, I'm not doing this because, like, because I think it's fun. I'm doing this to be kind to somebody who was just hired, you know? Okay, it's interesting that there's so many people that are able to reasonably... Yes, oh, I know. There's this, a video of a lady who paid a lot of money to be in the front of the line for... Oh, really? That, you know, that doesn't surprise me. Apple does have that kind of following. And she was, said it was one per person, so the former person... yeah, yeah. Basically paid for his phone right there. I can imagine doing it with Craigslist or garage sales, but Target... Yeah, well, that's the thing. Target is, like, supposed to be readily accessible, so if you can't, then it drives people to scalpers, so, like, it makes sense to try and cut it off at that point, you know? And to buy all the iPhones, yes. I saw an article a few years ago about how this, like, 16-year-old becomes a millionaire by selling PS5s, and it was like, why are you acting like this is such an impressive thing? Yeah. Also, like, not even just scalpers, but, why is... What? What the hell? Okay. Sorry. Got mixed up. Okay, 1... 2... Okay. With the first iPhone, yes. You know what? Now that you mention it, it does sound familiar. Okay. Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, sorry if I'm holding you up, but thank you for coming by. Thank you for lurking and or you know, just saying hi and chatting and stuff. Yeah. I hope all goes well. Talk to you soon. 3 toilet papers.
We've got to have
Oh my gosh.
money.
Ah, thank you. Comic, thank you for 55 bits. You know, like, you can also have text-to-speech go when you bits, when you give bits, right? You're great. Oh, thank you. That means a lot, because I have been somewhat insecure about my content lately. 4. And especially because school is starting and, like, my schedule's gonna be a lot more inconsistent. Oh my gosh. Satsu, thank you for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Why didn't it... I need to look into it. Text-to-speech is supposed to work on subs too. Didn't have something to say. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew. So you do a lot of things unique. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better then. Thank you. Because I know that tons of like content creators will be like, you need to do something unique, and it's like, if it were that easy, a lot more people would be doing it. I'm just here to, you know, have fun and chat and stuff. Aw, thank you. That is really appreciated. And also kind of weird because I'm usually very antisocial, so I always think that, like, I'm horrible at conversations. Like your stream vibes. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Thank you. That really means a lot. Like, I'm antisocial too. Aw. Well, you seem really nice and conversational too, so... And, I mean, when I go to your streams, it always seems like you have a nice vibe as well, you know? If you think that he's talking... Oh, yeah. I can talk Satsu's ear off about any number of things. So the community before... Yeah, I do love my community. I always try and think of some unique way to say that, because I feel like everyone says that. But it's true, I really do love everyone I've met, and, like, it means more than I could possibly describe that people like me enough to stick around. Something different than go rob a bank? I mean, it's certainly different. That's a different thing. Well, unless you're judging by the standards of criminals, in which case that's actually very common. I'm pretty antisocial myself. Yeah, I definitely get it from my mom. My mom is very much like, I don't want to talk to people. Heard the podcast. Oh yeah, Structor on a podcast would be cool. I would definitely listen to Structor and the other target. Oh really? Yeah. We could probably bond over our mutual Target experience. It's funny though, there are people who kind of try and take advantage of that. I remember I had one woman who was trying to pull something where, like, sometimes Target will honor the price of, like, a label if an item was misplaced. And, like, it's very situational and you gotta talk to the manager and stuff. But, like, this one woman tried to get me to, like, call my manager about a situation when it was, like, it was over in the Lego section, because, like, electronics and toys are very close together. And so it was like they had the stack of sets in their proper spot, and like one of the sets had been shifted over to another cheaper spot, and she was like, I used to work at Target, I know how this works, get your manager here, I want this price. And I was like, jeez, lady, if you did work at Target, you really had like a cushy experience. And Structor is very knowledgeable and very, very cool. I actually got to meet Structor IRL and took Structor to a Sonic Symphony.
Money.
I love you.
Aww. I love you too. Aw, thank you for 89 bits. That's so many bits. Thank you. Spent like an hour testing out Blender and I failed to make a single circle. Aw. Well, yeah, it's definitely something that takes practice and a lot of like tutorial to master. Like, I've tried several times now and I'm still not very knowledgeable. Heck, Comic, you are too kind. Thank you. Same, it's hard. Yeah, it it's funny because even getting a surface level understanding of it, like, really doesn't capture all the things that can happen. I don't know if I'm explaining this quite right, but, like, I feel like once you get the basics down, you're like, okay, I can kind of understand how this works. And then, like, the heavens open up and just all sorts of, like, sub-menus and issues that, you know, you have to fix and, like, methods of doing things just flood out upon, you know, when you try going to, like, intermediate. Okay, if anybody redeems a hydrate again, I'm gonna have to break and refill my water. That was the very last swig. You know, this has been a very fun stream. It might sound weird, but, like, getting to recount my target stories is always fun, because I think a lot of people don't really comprehend just how bad it can be sometimes. So when I tell those stories, it's always funny to see people be like, oh my god, why didn't they protect you? And it's like, yeah, that's just the reality of it, you know? My friend that uses Blender is able to make a whole boat with working sails. Really? Oh, that's awesome. I'd be curious. When I learned Maya, I taught myself how to use, like, gravity. So, I'd be curious if Blender has a similar system. If it has working sails, then I would assume there's some sort of wind, you know, property. To ask him, yeah. Yeah, having someone who knows is a valuable resource. It's nice to have music in here now. I was a little skeptical about buying speakers, because I was like, it's really not necessary. But it's nice to have. In fact, I might have to buy a few more speakers, because, like, you know, maybe if I can fill up the, you know, the store a little more. Hug as I go off. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. I hug you back. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for chatting and you know, coming back. I hope you have fun with your friends, and I hope the tea is good. I hope it's not an oolong time until I see you again.
Money.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. If you never come back, I understand. Oh my god, 144 bits! Heck, comic, thank you! Oh god. Was that for the joke? Or was that just... get crushed? Oh my god. Sorry. I also have my family's ability to crack myself up.
As Churchill said, if at first you don't succeed, try another sewer.
So true. So true. As Churchill said, if at first you don't succeed, try another sewer. Oh, so good. It's just because I was, oh, well, thank you. I love you too, and I really do appreciate it. I feel like sometimes I don't know how to like express it, but I do really appreciate it.
Yoo-hoo, waiter, die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. Yoo-hoo, waiter, die. It's the way it's said. So funny. Yoo-hoo, waiter, die. At least I'm up to 30K in funding now. I'm like halfway to renovating my store again. But it's insane the amount of the amount of money they expect you to pay to get the full size. Very respectful. Yeah. That's, I mean, I guess so. Just chill music, chill times with chill friends. As Churchill said, if at first you don't succeed, try another sewer. Perfect. Perfect. It's always so satisfying when you have a box that has one left and you have a shelf that has one space open. Can I tell you a funny short story? Oh, of course, yeah. Go ahead. I just hope you won't mind that I'm, you know, restocking shelves. That's why I like this game. It's just chill. There aren't really major stakes. Unless you watch the Game Grumps playthrough, which is very chaotic and stressful. I feel like I'm getting older as I'm getting older. Yeah, it happens. I feel the same way. So I completely understand where you're coming from. I'll have a funny short story to tell you as well, but I'll let you finish yours first. But yes, needless to say, my memory is not that great either, so... When I turned on my PC, I booted on my lock screen, It's the default Windows background. Okay. Makes sense so far. So it was weird. And I'm thinking, hey, what happened to my lock screen? Oh, it's the default one. Yeah. I mean, that would confuse me, too. Like if my background or lock screen just became, like, default. I never changed my lock screen. Oh, well... the day I got this PC. Well, I mean...
We've got to have money.
Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a bore.
Thank you for the bits, Will. I don't specifically remember that one now, I'm sorry. I've failed you. But, I'm on Windows 11, and it, like, cycles through lock screens on the default setting. So, like, I could understand why someone would get confused. But to tell you the memory story, and it's a good thing Will is here, because it actually relates to him. There was a PC game a while back. I think they delisted it now. I don't think you can get it anymore. There's a game called Quantum Conundrum, which was made by one of the Portal devs. Like, she started her own studio and, like, wanted to make a game that's like Portal, except it's like a first-person, like, physics puzzler, as opposed to, you know, Portal's more, like, straightforward logic type puzzles. But anyway, I thought the game was good. It's a fun game. It's not like the most amazing game. It's not quite the same level as Portal, because, like, you know, it's not super innovative, and there are some sections that are rough, but like, I had fun with it. And I was telling my friend Will, like, hey, you should try this game, you might really like it. And he was like, yeah, I already own the game. And, like, yes.
We've got to have
that
money.
is
I own Quantum Conundrum.
Yeah. And so ever since that, like, interaction, it's called Quantum Conundrum. I don't know if you can get it anymore. I thought it delisted a while back. But yes, ever since then, Will constantly remind me that he owns Quantum Conundrum to prove that I don't have a very good memory of things, even though I'm pretty sure we did not talk about it beforehand. So, you know. But yeah, if you ever see Genuinely Synthetic type that, that's what he's referencing. And he will never, ever let me forget, ever. No, it's not that big a deal. But perfect time. Yeah. You know, that's... It's funny that we had never done that before. So we do that to a lot of titles. Looks like it's on Steam for... Oh, okay. It's a good game. It's not quite the same, like, pure, like, genius that was Portal, but, like, it's good. I liked it. You can definitely get the sense that, like, it is trying to be that sort of puzzle game where, like, you know, yeah, it's like Portal. Like, it is trying to be that, but it's still good. It's still a good game. And also, the voice that talks to you throughout the game is John Delancey, who some people might know as Q from Star Trek, or Discord from MLP, or any number of other characters, because he does quite a lot, actually. I actually got to see him at a convention once. I got to embarrass myself royally in front of him. Because, someone in front of me asked a really good and thoughtful question, and I came up and had a really dumb question.
Got to have money.
Oh my god! 233 bits! Oh my god! Thank you for so many bits! Why is it going up, though? Thank you, that's so many bits. Thank you, thank you. You are so kind. 4 of the kegs. Okay. 3 toilet paper and 6 potatoes. Yeah, I like potatoes. I'm pretty sure that's a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends reference. Do you guys remember that that show? It was a weird show. I never finished it, but got far. It was okay. Not mind-blowing, but good. Definitely one of those games that lives in the shadow of another that. And yeah, well, so that's the thing. I think part of what let it down was, like, it campaigned pretty hard on, like, hey, it's made by one of the creators of Portal. So, like, I think it leaned too heavily on that as its identity. And it was fun. I mean, like I said, it was good. It's just not, it's not like super innovative and super polished like Portal is, you know? I liked the show. I did too. It was just weird at times. Although, you know, I've been, I don't know why, but YouTube has been recommending clips of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which I have not thought about.
Chef Toing knows the secret of every great chef. Marcel Toing.
The secret of every great chef. Marcel Toing. It reminds me a lot of Chrono Trigger. Have you? I've never played Chrono Trigger. I hear great things about it. I try not to, like, look into it too much, because I do want to play it and don't want to get spoiled. But, I hear fantastic things. I love Chrono Trigger. I think it's really awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a beloved game, for sure. I admit I was tempted to get it on DS, but I didn't, and now the DS version is super expensive. But yeah, also, Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy was an extremely weird show. That show was like a trip. I like wasn't the hugest fan as a kid, but like I liked it. And funny going back to it as an adult. Also, if Genuinely Synthetic is still here, it also has been recommending clips of Gumball, and I think you should still watch that show, because it's also a very good show if you like that kind of chowder sense of humor. It takes, you know, the early seasons are like generic kids show kind of stuff, but like once it finds its footing, it is amazing. See, it was so weird to me because I remember they tried lumping another cartoon to run alongside about an evil brain and a bear body or something, but then they completely dropped focus. I don't know what you're referring to. Chowder's S tier shows, great shows to enjoy. Oh yeah, same with Gumball. Like it, you watch a few episodes and like you're like, that is incredibly fun. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, Satsu, but Billy and Mandy was very good. I guess it influenced me, even though at the time I wasn't super big on it. I remember I once made a comic when I was a kid, and I named the main character Jerome because there is a joke in Billy and Mandy where like a crocodile farts and like another crocodile looks over and is like, Jerome! And I don't know why that cracked me up, but it did. Cola, 2 apple juice, 3 milk. Do I need 1 red soda? I unironically really like Unikitty. Oh yeah, I heard decent things about it, but I never had the opportunity to watch it. But I liked Unikitty in the Lego movie, so I have a feeling I'd probably like it. It was called Evil Con Carne. It was a spin-off. I think interesting. I don't remember it. But yeah, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was such a weird show. Because it was that kind of, like, grotesque that, like, a lot of children's shows did. You know, like SpongeBob and stuff, where, like, they just get really gross for whatever reason. And I believe Billy's voice actor was the guy who voiced Zim from Invader Zim, so that is funny.
We've got to have.
Oh my god! Ah! 377 bits. Thank you, comic. Why? I don't understand. It's so kind. Thank you. Why? I don't get it. But thank you. I can't believe that is crazy. This is a large amount for me. Two large sushi. Crab stick. I don't think I need any. One hot sauce, one ice cream, one. Okay. Comic, you're heckin' precious. Thank you. And I don't know what I can do, but thank you for all this kindness. Chips, hummus. Do I need vodka? Yeah, I need a vodka. 2 chips. Sorry, this is the like most time-consuming part of this game. I wish you could hire like a buying agent or something. Like, have some system where it's like, if I ever run out of this, then buy more. That would be very helpful. Okay, 4 sandwich breads. 1, 2. Do I need durian dish soap? Hi, comic. Did I not go through? Oh, heck. Oh, dang it. I was saying that, like, I super appreciate it. I freaked out, and I said, like, if I don't know what I can do to thank you, but thank you so much. That is the point I was trying to get across. I'm sorry. I want to support. It means the world to me. I really, like... I can't explain it because I'm not that not that good at explaining such things, but like, especially because school is coming up, like, this kind of support means the world to me. So that way I can really focus on school, focus on improving things. Do I not hear music? Okay. I was about to be like, I'll skip to the next song. What do I pay these restockers for? They don't even finish the job. Like, they leave shelves empty. Are you getting Chalky Pick? You better be getting Chalky Pick. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Also, the self-checkout counter is nice to have. because they just introduced it in an update. And right before the update, I had finally reached the point where, like, all four cashiers were swamped with work. So I had a 5th register, and I was checking them out, and it was still getting... Oh my god! Comic, thank you for gifting a sub, too. Heck, what? I don't understand. Thank you. What? I can't even think straight. Can't even think straight. What? You are hecking precious. I appreciate you immensely. I like, your support means the world to me already. So thank you. I genuinely can't think of any other way to be like, thank you so much. Yeah, you buy that tuna. Also, just for the record, my streams while I'm in school are not going to exclusively be Supermarket Sim. I'm just on a kick right now. I'm sure I'll have a zillion other relaxing games to play. Oh, thank you, Comic. Imagine that's like me holding the heart up. I was trying to recreate the emote. That's what I was trying to do. I'm sorry if I didn't get that across. All that talk of food has me hungry. Hungry. So I did not realize I was that low on flour. Also, it is funny. All these, like, beeps and stuff, like, if you run by at a certain speed, the like, decay of the audio makes it sound really weird. Especially the checkout noise. The cheer! Like, it's weird. It's funny. It's bigger than a normal hat. Yeah, it's funny. Bigger than a normal hat. I do also hope eventually they implement, like, automatic lights. Having to take a second to flick the switch is, annoying. It's not like a big deal, but... I do know they plan on implementing shoplifters at some point in this game. And I'm mixed on that as an idea. On the one hand, it could be fun. But also, it's gonna add stress. But I mean, I guess since this is already such a zen kind of game, I guess it's not totally uncalled for. Can you imagine if one of the devs was watching me? That'd be wild. For the record, just because I say things, it doesn't necessarily mean that I consider them the most urgent things, you know? In case there is any dev that's like, oh shit, this guy's really upset about automatic lights. It's like, you don't have to make that the focus, it's just... I would just like... just like it at some point. But see, this is why I like these sorts of games. It's like, it's not stressful, you know, you get to just do your thing, and like, you know you're working towards a bigger goal. And like that, it's fun when you eventually reach that goal. Because it's like, hey, I put in that work. I definitely used to be the kind of person that would be like, why would you want to play a game like this? But I see the appeal. I am glad that, like, independent games and stuff have allowed for genres like this to flourish. Because I think it helps bridge the gap between, like, hardcore audiences and more casual audiences. 'Cause not everyone wants to play Doom. You know? Although I have been playing, because Doom 1+2 released somewhat recently. And it's a good remaster, actually. I'm impressed. There are people far more knowledgeable than me about, like, Doom ports. So maybe I'll have to look at what they say. But it seems like a good port to me. First, the game has barely any stuff, then you mentioned itself. I saw the new class. Yeah. It's really good. I mean, honestly, they gave it away for free if you already owned those, you know, earlier versions. So that's a good thing. But even if you didn't, like, they're pretty cheap to acquire. You have to buy both. Yeah, I get what you mean. But also I view it as kind of like, you know, like a collection. Like, I'm not necessarily interested in every game in a collection, but just having a collection of things, for me, has value. I think they're doing that with Sonic. Yeah, they're doing that with the original version of Generations, because now that the, you know, Sonic X Shadow Generations is gonna replace it, like, there were people concerned that they were gonna delist the original, so that way, like, all those years of mods and things people made for it wouldn't work anymore. And Sega was like, no, it's still available. but you have to, like, buy a collection, like the Sonic Ultimate collection or whatever, to get it, and that does feel scummy. It's hard for me to explain, but I'm not as bothered when it's like Doom 1+2. I would have to really think on why, to be honest with you. I think it's with a bunch of other Sonic. Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it, if you want to buy the original generations after it's delisted, the only way to do it is if you buy the Ultimate Sonic pack or whatever on Steam, which has, like, all the other Sonic games in it. And I do think that's kind of a scummy move to pull. But it's, you know, it is marginally better than what a lot of companies do, where they just totally delist the game and don't do anything. Like, I don't know. I am hopeful that Sonic X Shadow Generations ends up being the ultimate way to play it. So, like, I certainly hope it, but, you know, I think it's important to still have original versions. Man, it was going with new generations. I see what you mean. Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, they announced that they were... Although, what confuses me is that I think they did say that they were delisting it from, like, Xbox. Just entirely. So that still kind of sucks. Like, it feels like they were trying to soften the blow by being like, look, see, it'll still be available, but they are still delisting it from Xbox. At least I think. I need to double check their announcement. I will be very curious to see, because I heard that they were adding some improvements, which is always a little, you know, a little worrying. Like, apparently the classic Sonic segments will have the drop dash added, which was not in, you know, the original. So, like, it's cool in theory, but it wouldn't really fix my issue with the classic Sonic segments. Because the classic Sonic segments don't really play like classic Sonic. It plays like a kind of modern version of the older Sonic games. It's like closer to Sonic 4 than anything. Although, Satsu, if you are still there, I do still have plenty of room to talk about Sonic Superstars, which I consider to be... See, I consider Sonic Mania to be the true Sonic 4, and I consider Sonic Superstars to be the true Sonic 5. So... might be a little bit of a hot take, but it's what I believe. Just amazes me how negative people were about it. It was like, if you were not that happy, like, it didn't seem that offensive. I don't know. I don't know, there are some stances and things that just I can't comprehend. I saw on Twitter someone, like, people discussing how the adventure games have aged, and, like, that debate is not only always going to happen, but, like, I feel like a lot of it's pretty bad faith. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't even know if I would feel comfortable talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like such a weird issue that I just can't really, like, connect with. Shadow, what are you talking about? You love Sonic Adventure 2. I do, but I'm saying, like, I can't even comprehend anyone who says it's bad. Like, I don't know. Why is it weird? Because it's like, it's you know, I consider myself pretty well versed in gaming stuff. So, like, to have a topic, especially one that I feel like I should be passionate about, like, to just be so unable to comprehend it just feels weird. I don't even know if I'm explaining it well. I'm just... I don't know. It's just... I hate all the arguing about it. Oh, shh. Ah, dang it. Put it back in the wrong spot. 2, 5, 2. Granted, I know the internet is basically designed to get people, like, riled up so you get the engagement. Just, man, it's so exhausting sometimes. It's why I don't really get into Twitter arguments. Although, to tell you the truth, I probably should, because that's how you advertise yourself in this day and age. You get into huge arguments, and that, like, spreads your name around. But, it's just so mentally taxing for me. I do not blame anyone who left Twitter. Ate chicken. Wow. feel weird for not using Twitter. You shouldn't. Honestly, like, even before Elon Musk bought Twitter, I would be like, it's good that you're not using Twitter. Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, it became such a, you know, like a central pillar of the internet that, like, it's kind of hard to just leave it, you know? Yeah, I'm not really into social media as a concept. The reason I liked Twitter was because, like, it just felt like it was a, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it was a, it was a way, at least for me, it felt like a way where you could be distant, you know, but still, like, keep up to date on things. Say 4 and 1. So let's see, I need 1 chalky pick, 1 bread, 1 flour. And then I got stupid bots trying to mess with my stuff. Such a while ago when I thought, you know, honestly, I think you're better off for it. I just, I think for me it's like a car crash, you know? Where it's like, it's horrible, but you don't look away, you know? And a car crash is a pretty good way to describe it ever since Musk bought it. So I need 3 pasta, sugar. Okay. Yeah, at the same time, I thought I was better, mostly fine. The main reason I left was because the front page always had negative news. Yeah, that's completely understandable. See, it's worse. Yeah. I do have to congratulate Musk on somehow making Twitter worse. Because, it already didn't have a great reputation before he did. Or, you know, before he owned it. So the fact that he managed to make it worse is truly a feat. I need rice? Nah, not really. OJ. OJ, apple juice, milk. And a crispy chibi. Got leech. Three. Dishwasher tablets? No. Okay. 2 of those, 1 of those. One tuna. Powdered sugar and butter. I have a question. I mean, I can try. Doesn't hurt to ask. I'm not like a Twitch guru, but you know, I try. I've been around long enough that I'd say I know a couple things. And I mean, hell, you've given me so many bits today. I owe you at least something. Okay, salmon, 2 sushi, 2 small. I used to like cheering anonymously, but I read that it got removed and it was being abused, but I don't get... I can gift anonymously. Yeah, you know, I hadn't heard about anonymous tipping being removed. Though it sounds plausible. I can't say I know for sure, but I would think the whole, anonymous thing being problematic. The only way I could really imagine it is like imagine if a chatter made you uncomfortable, and like not to the point where like you would ban them, but like you were kind of like, okay, maybe some distance, and like, or maybe you timed them out or something, but then they start gifting anonymously. Like that's, it feels like it's a circumvention of a ban, you know? That, at least that would be what I would imagine. I can't say I know for sure. I get that, you know, Twitch is a pretty for-profit company, so like, I have so much powdered sugar. So like, the decision to cut anonymous spending must have been very serious if they were willing to cut off that revenue source, you know. But yeah, I don't really know, to tell you the truth. Rice. Two. Okay. Wait, oh god, I lost. Okay, one of those, 2. Okay. I didn't understand it, but then I saw you could still gift anonymously, so even more I didn't get why. I can also just cheer that way, but I guess yeah, I don't know. If I had to guess, it was probably prompted by some incident where someone was like getting harassed with anonymous donations. Like, you know how sometimes there are weird laws and people will be like, well, they must have had a problem with it in the past if they were willing to make it a law. Like, I think it's that sort of thing where it's like they had both, but then someone started abusing one of them, so like they removed it without really considering what it would do, you know? That's again, that's what I would guess. I'm not speaking for Twitch. I don't know for sure. It's just how I would imagine. I guess admittedly I did think of that. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, maybe it's just I have the wrong idea, and it's not as big of a problem Or, like, they haven't had that. And I'm just talking out of my ass, I don't know, but that's what it would seem to me. I just used to use that feature. Yeah. I mean, I would hope that maybe there's something they're working on to, like, bring it back, but with, like, safety measures in place. I don't know. This guy still looks like the That's How Mafia Works guy. He looks like that guy. Hi, sir, what you buying? Ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Sometimes I wish they would add a crouch feature, and then sometimes I think, that would make things even more awkward. Hi, sir. What are you buying? Yeah, crab sticks, some yogurt. Good stuff, sir. If I could crouch, look him in the eyes. Only $20! That's not enough to keep me in business. I just like the idea that the manager is, like, just going around judging people. What, under $100? Are you kidding me? 83, that's not nearly enough. Did you not see the deals? Apparently they are also gonna add, like, the ability to have sales and stuff. So it's funny to me that this is mayonnaise, because I like, they put it in the same shaped bottle as like ketchup and hot sauce. I was like, mayonnaise doesn't usually come in that kind of container. It just looks weird. It looks more like mustard. It's like kind of yellowish. You know what? I want to know what happened. Like, do these people just disappear? Like this guy. He was my cashier. He's another one of my cashier brothers. This is just his day off. What are you doing? What's your schedule? Is he gonna walk through the wall? That would be amazing. Okay. I would have loved it if you'd like just followed him and then you just oh my god!
Monday.
Ah! Why is this good? Ah! Ah! 441 bits for Okay, Comic, for one thing, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. But for two, why? I don't understand why it keeps going up. It's... Marty, I'm scared. If you remember that SpongeBob episode. That episode actually used to really upset me. I do also hope, and this might not be possible or whatever, but I hope at one point they update this game and they let you use your own music for the music player. Because I was thinking to myself, how funny would it be if you could play, like, you know, the most absurd music while people are just casually shopping, you know, getting groceries. You have screaming heavy metal. Or you could, like, have song requests. Is it a necessary feature? No. Is it something they're going to add? I don't know. Maybe, but probably not. But it would be funny. And I think, in the end, that's all we can hope for in life. There's a Twitter thread I saw a while back where it was like, never underestimate in-game dev, like never underestimate the power of, but it's funny though. It's true. You know, I've heard some people, like, bring their own sauce to to a restaurant or something. Does anybody actually do that? I feel like that's not really a thing. Because, like, to me, that seems almost, like, insulting. Like, oh, none of the sauces you want. I knew. Oh, really? See, that's the thing. I didn't know that anybody actually did that. Bring their own syrup to the diner. That's weird. I mean, like, it's if somebody really is like, I just really love the taste of whatever food with this specific syrup. Like, I mean, I guess, but I don't think it's insulting. I guess it depends on the type of restaurant. For me, it seemed insulting because I was like, if I had my own restaurant, you know, and somebody did that, to me that would be like, what, are the sauces I give not good enough, you know? Maybe that's not actually how it is, but... That's just what it strikes me as initially. Weird. I could understand it. I went with them. Syrup was a million times better. Yeah, you know what? It's probably better to do. but it just... I don't know. It's not a very common thing to do. To the point that I didn't know that anybody actually did it. I made $4,000 profit. Toilet paper, cake, and cleaner. Which cleaner? There it is. 7.3. Not very common though, no. Yeah, I mean, it did. The whole reason I learned about it at all was because I heard it. I was like watching a YouTube video where it was like party questions, and one of them was like, "Who's the person most likely to bring their own, you know, sauce to a restaurant?" And I was like, people don't do that, do they? I wonder if you can attach a speaker to the ceiling. You know what? I can solve that question, actually. And no, you cannot. No, wait. This one. Beautiful. I play this game a lot while I'm like watching shows, so it's just got the right level of like engagement where something to you know, keep your hands busy, but uninvolving enough that you can focus on a show. Which is rare, because I usually can't multitask like that. I very notoriously used to be able, like, not even used to be able, like, I whenever I focus on something, like, all the other senses get, like, shut down for me. Like to play games and watch shows at the same time? Not generally, no. That's what's weird about it. That's why I've been so surprised by this game, because I generally can't. Kai! Hi Kai, it's good to see you, Precious Bean. Aw, okay. I'm glad to see you, though I'm sad I don't get to see you for long. But I hope you have a good one. You're precious. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, like, normally, you know, I heard someone describe, like, Fallout 3 as a very good, like, podcast game. I can't do podcast games. For whatever weird reason, like, my brain just immediately shuts out, like, a podcast once I'm playing a game. But for some reason, for this specific game, like, I've been able to watch shows and play this at the same time. Yeah, like, there are a bunch of people who enjoy listening to podcasts while they play certain games. And, it's a neat idea. I can't do it, but it's neat. As a concept. And like some games are apparently better suited to it than others. Like they were saying how so much of Fallout 3 you could just like listen to whatever. So they chose to listen to podcasts. Maybe I could. There isn't a podcast I like. It's understandable. Sometimes you really need to find one that connects, you know? It's like sometimes I hear people be like, oh, there's this really amazing podcast and it covers like true crime or whatever. And I'll listen to like an episode and be like, yeah, that's pretty fun. But it's not the sort of thing I listen to long term, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. I've tried to follow podcasts. The closest, aside from Chatsunami, because obviously, I've been on Chatsunami, and, you know, I have a personal connection, but, like, the closest I really got with a podcast was, the Underdogs podcast, and the Underdogs are, a group of Australian YouTubers who I follow.
Money.
I saw a squad of Quasar cheating kumquats in a quad.
It's so sad that TTS does not know how to say Quasach. Because really you have to say Quasach. I saw a squad of Quasach. Even kumquats in the yard. Or in the quad. Yeah. TTS needs to be trained extensively in the ways of the Quasach. But yeah, the Underdogs podcast was fun because they were people that I liked and was, you know, like comfortable with. But after a while, it just starts, I don't know, feeling like too much for me. In fact, Will, I believe you were the one who told me that you thought Fallout 3 was a good podcast game. Even after you've played it once, stories, whatever, but gameplay loop is absorbing. See, yeah, there you go. For whatever reason, this game is like a TV show game for me. I don't know why, I'm not usually able to, but for some reason, I'm able to watch shows while I play this. It's part of the reason I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, because as much as I have brain rot for Yu-Gi-Oh!, I was just struggling to finish the series. Although I know I'm like many, many years behind. I also need to watch the, because the dub of 5Ds is not complete, so I need to watch the undubbed season. Because it's simulator/idle. Yeah. But even other simulator games I haven't been able to do it with, you know? There's just something that this game does that I haven't been able to, get from other games that allows me to watch shows and stuff while playing. Or actually, I feel like there was one other game I was able to do it with, and I don't remember what game it is now. And I probably should phrase that better, because I feel like saying "do it with" is a weird phrase. So enjoying New Vegas as a podcast game on a kill everyone run. The story's great, but with all the NPCs, there's a lot of story dialogue. There's a target, it's a rampage. The story doesn't matter. I can't play a podcast. Yeah, of course. Or maybe it's what this game doesn't. It just looks super simple. Maybe. I mean, I would say that this game's pretty simple in the grand scheme of things. Like, not in a bad way. It's a good kind of simple. I don't know. It's It's just a very unique game for me. And I fully admit it's a me thing. Like, I'm sure there are plenty of people who would be like, I can't play this game and watch something at the same time. Once we're done restocking, I'm gonna call it for today. Because the ordering process is so long. Sometimes if you played a game so much that it becomes second nature and you know all the motions, it becomes a podcast game. If it's initially complex, Medieval 2 is now a podcast. That's an interesting point. I'm trying to think, though, that even games I'm super familiar with, I don't know if I'd be able to have become podcast games. Like, I know I could probably play Sonic Adventure 2 blindfolded, but I don't know if I would be able to really pay attention to a podcast while playing it. I'd have to see. Granted, though, podcasts are more difficult for me to focus on than like a TV show, because I'm more of a visual learner than an audio learner. Because whenever I tried to find a podcast game, I would always inevitably reach a point where, like, I'm playing the game, and then the podcast, like, says something, and then I go, oh shit, I'm not paying attention, and I have to, like, rewind back to the last point I do remember, and it just wastes so much time that it's like, I never be about music and visuals are both too... Yeah, I mean, that's certainly true, too. But it's also a game I'm super familiar with. So, like, by your earlier definition... Excuse me. By your earlier definition, it could be. But yeah. Anyway, I'm calling it for today. Yeah, possibly chow grinding. That's a good point. But yeah, that's all from me for today. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi, chatting, bitsing, all that. I really appreciate subbing too. I feel like I could do it with SA2 because yeah, say that's what I'm saying. Like I know it so well, I could probably play it without really paying attention. But also, I don't know if it has that potential in my brain. Yeah, I'd need to try it exactly. But yeah, I have a Discord if anyone is interested, !Discord, or there's a link in my About section. It's the best place to keep up with my stream schedule and stuff, as well as chat with me and other cool people. Barbecue Bacon Burger, yes. Since, you know, school is going to be starting soon, I am going to be a lot less consistent with my schedule, so I apologize, but if you join my Discord, I will let you guys know. And then, yeah, and we're going to raid someone, so if you have a suggestion, let me know, otherwise I'm sure I can find someone. And that will be it from me for today. Let's see. Not a lot of, you know, surprisingly not a lot of people who are live right now. Or at least not a lot of people that I am, like, super comfortable with raiding. Yeah, have a good one, Will! Gosh. I'm genuinely, like, looking like, you know, I did raid Adam recently, so maybe not necessarily Adam. Oh, you know what? We could raid Storm. We haven't raided Storm in a while, and Storm's a cool streamer. Yeah, Satsu, you too. Thank you. I hope you have a good one. It's a shame you missed all the podcast chat. Storm's playing Backyard Baseball 2003, which I know is nostalgic for some people. I have very little history with it, but yeah, I hope you will join me in the raid, !raid. Sends my raid message so that way you can copy and paste it and spam it in the chat when you get there. Otherwise, that'll be it from me for today. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later, and let's go raid. Bye!